should be back. Twitch isn't reloading, and that's worrying me. Okay. This is way better, and it's in 1080 now. So I'm sorry for the person who had the crappy modem. I'm bummed. You'll have to watch this at like 480p, but let me actually just turn down the music volume a little bit, and then maybe bring this closer to my stupid face. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll fix it and stuff. I have been trying to work on this. Oh, right. Okay, so I'm going to just like start off and wait, I can't tell if like chat is broken or not. Let me do pop out chat. Okay. All right. Elaborate stream setup. Elaborate in the sense that I can use Photoshop and I can make cool boxes. It's great. Actually, no. Okay, so let's start from the beginning here. This is going to be a regular thing, like an every week thing. I didn't know what time, like what day to pick, or like what day of the week to pick or anything. I just kind of, I don't know. I went with the middle of the week because that's not like there's nothing else that streams on Wednesdays, I guess. Like Friday, like I tried to adjust my life around Giant Bomb content because I consume too much of it. So like Tuesday's out, Friday's out, Monday's out. They don't stream anything on Wednesdays and Thursdays usually, so that was the days. And then I wanted to pick somewhere around this time just because every time I catch like a stream of something, it's always like everybody who's in Europe or in the UK or something are like, as the stream starts, they're like, well, I'm off to bed, and I'm like, well, that sucks. So it should be around like 10 p.m. GMT right now, so hopefully y'all can watch. It's like 10 p.m. there, which is late, but not late. And I wanted to do that because I don't know, I like based on like Patreon and just like prints that I send out and stuff, I actually have a lot of European fans, and that's great. So also I wanted to wait before starting regular streams to have like all of my Twitch alerts and shit set up. So now if I get a follow, I'll have a cool animation, and if I get a donation, I'll get a cool animation. There is a dumb donate link at the bottom if you want to have a text-to-speech robot read something, I guess. I don't know if unfollowing and refollowing is going to work. You can try. But anyone who's not following would see that dumb bullshit. Hopefully it should be live and working. Let me actually just load this up real quick and see if it's actually refreshing properly. Alright, something's... okay, I need to make this work because it's extremely good, and I spent a lot of time trying to, like, making it work and stuff. When I was recording my warm-up earlier, I forgot that I had like the test overlay on, and it just like triggered like a follow notification as I was doing my warm-up, and it was the most like stressful thing ever. It was just like, what the fuck. Let's try this. What if I go here and then I do this, and then if that and then hopefully it should be good. Yes, okay, so the host, the host of, okay, they're working, so if you follow now, some dumb bullshit is going to happen. And if you donate too. But anyways. So yeah, thank you to anyone who's a Patreon who helped make this happen. I'm so sorry. It makes me so happy. I promise you the donation one is just as stupid. Promise you. I'll never get tired of seeing it. But yeah, let's get painting. So I've been trying to poke away at this for like a couple days now. I sketched it when I was on the bus back from Toronto. Toronto. I've just been so busy with like freelance stuff and other just dumb life shit that I haven't had time to work on it. So I want to do that. And then we'll do that for a bit, and then I don't know, we'll probably doodle some requests and shit. So this is the best part, is that like it, for whatever reason, it's just like a browser thing in OBS, and I shouldn't be able to hear the audio, but I do. So every time I just get to hear that shit over and over. So that's great. But yeah, so, oh boy. I wish there was a way to just like opt out of, well, actually I don't know, if you're like a Twitch partner or something. If you, well, I guess if you're a Twitch partner, you wouldn't want to opt out of ads, because then you would, in theory, get some kind of dividend from the ads. I don't actually know how that shit works, so. This stream is officially the stupidest shit. It's great. Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I should, now that like people can host, I guess I should make one for hosting too, because right now it's just like the default like running zombie thing, and it's dumb. I don't like it. I'm in this. Oh, whoops. I forgot to. I guess it didn't change from when I was streaming that on PSN. Let me quickly edit that. Thank you for pointing that out. That is super my bad. Part of me wishes that like there was a thing that, I don't know, like when you launched a Twitch stream or something, it would like ask you first or some shit, like, because I always forget to manually edit it, so. There's something not right with shading on her face. I have a weird extra. There we go. See, a checklist is how like a responsible person operates, but that's not me. So, ideally, I should do that. I actually generally end up catching it, but I either didn't or just didn't in time now. So. See, the idea with the idea with the Twitch alerts is that they should be as humanly stupid as possible. Just because I really want people to see them all the time. Like anything that gets someone to say I should unfollow and refollow just to have that happen again. That's how I know I've done my job. For the donation one, I was actually going to use lockdown. Because why not, right? But then I remember that I actually bought lockdown, but it's only like a personal use thing, and it's a like royalty-free song, and I kind of don't want to. Actually, I don't know. Weirdly enough, I feel dirty about that, but I don't feel dirty about using John Cena's theme and then fucking blowing out the bass on it. Which shout out to Xander on the ZC Vivo on Twitter, because I had sent him a link to the Twitch alerts. And I had asked him for feedback, and I was like, hey, could you just tell me if this is like appropriately stupid or not? And then he was like, yes, but I have one suggestion. You should go into Audacity and then blow out the audio some more. And I was like, that's a little much. And then I did it, and it was perfect. I'm glad I did, because it's fucking dumb. Yes, my awful lizard brain was so close to trying to pronounce that out loud. John C. Copyrighta. Yeah, I don't know. For now, I'm just kind of chilling. So if y'all have questions, shoot them. I started doing the lighting for. So I need to check my just a ref again, because oh no, did I close the window? Ah, fuck me. Because I can't remember if you have stockings or just like mad boots. Oh, I actually fucked up. Alright, I need to redo, or at least fix the liner. So yeah, she does have stockings, but her boots are actually... I don't think you need to sign up for Streamlabs. I think it just throws you to, like, if you click the link below, you'll see it throws you to a page, and then I think you type in your Twitch chat name just so it calls out to the right person, and then it sends you to PayPal. You might also, like, if it asks you to sign in, it'll ask you to connect through Twitch anyways, so. But I don't think you need to log in or anything. How long have I been doing art? I mean, the quick answer is my entire life, right? But when I was a kid, I used to basically only draw cars, and then I used to only draw cars, and then, like, I don't know, I just like drawing, but I kind of just drew bullshit. And then when I got into high school, I got into the art program, but it was like, it was high school arts, right? So we were making, like, we were building, like, fucking totems out of plaster, or, like, you know, painting Spider-Man with gouache paint or something. It wasn't until like my last year or two in high school where I, like, conveniently really got into anime, and then was like, I want to draw more of this stuff. And then I remember the first anime-ish drawing I ever did was, like, I think I drew I can't remember which character, but some character from Haruhi Suzumiya, and it was, like, on a giant piece of paper, and it was just, like, her face, but it was, like, huge, and it was bad and awful. But I don't know, I stuck with it because I liked doing it, and I was terrible at everything else in school. And then I kind of had, like, a dark period in my life where I was, like, unemployed for 3 years after high school or some shit, and because I failed some classes and I need to go to redo science at adult ed and shit. And then I don't know, like, as I was doing that, like, I just kind of kept drawing anime stuff. I eventually got a tablet, and DeviantArt happened, and I just kind of tumbled all the way there. Like, when I was doing, like, computer art and stuff, it was actually mostly, like, web design and, like, graphic design and stuff. Which is why I really like doing UI now, but it's such, like, my art history, personal art history is such, like, this weird, like, just snowball mishmash. Like, eventually, like, once I realized I need to do something with my life, I signed up for college, but there it is. Wow. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I made this dumb bullshit. I'm so glad. So when I was going through the settings in text-to-speech, it has a bunch of different languages that you can set it to, because, like, if you're streaming in Italian, you probably want Italian text-to-speech voice, right? But the test text is only in English, and when I was testing I was like, oh, there are different languages, that's cool. And then I switched to French, and then I hit test, and it was just the French voice trying to read the English sentence in French. So any, like, foreign language has a horrible accent. So naturally I picked the Japanese one because it can still pretty decently read English, but then it kind of struggles on some words, and it's just, like, funny in an awful text-to-speech robot kind of way. Like, the English robots are funny, but, like, they read English too well. It doesn't feel like Microsoft Sam anymore, but all the foreign language ones do. The Italian one is really funny because it tries to pronounce, like, Or all the foreign language ones are funny because they all try to pronounce specific like syllables, like weird quirks in their languages as being from that language. It's great. It's just great. Also, thank you for the donation. I was so distracted I forgot to see how much it was. $1.49. Thank you. I think that goes to my PayPal. I don't actually know. I should. Let me check Streamlabs real quick. Is it donations setting? Okay, yeah, my PayPal is connected. Yeah, sorry it's only PayPal now. I need to do a thing with them, and then I'll be able to. I'll have credit card stuff set up, but I need to verify my identity with them, and that's a nightmare. Also, so this is the thing, right? You can totally you can start drawing however you want. Like, it doesn't matter. Literally any medium, any format, anything, whatever is works. I think starting to draw on paper is a good idea because there's a tactical. Jeez, I'm sorry, I'm in Call of Duty mode. There's a tactile feel to that that's just you don't get with digital art, and it's actually super important, I think, to kind of map in your mind like how just art works, how drawing works, and how like the process of sketching and stuff works. But by no means do I think it's necessary. Like, you can totally start however you want. The thing with digital art is that you're not going to have the money to, unless you're crazy rich, in which case, hey, like, more power to you, but you're probably not going to have the money to get a Cintiq right away. So you're as you start, it's going to, like, starting digital art is a lot of like, oh, now I have to get used to this thing where I am like drawing in one space, but I am viewing what I'm drawing in another. So it's kind of like disconnecting. The thing with like drawing on pen and paper is that it's like a one-to-one thing, right? Like you draw and your brain just processes that as like, I do this and the line appears. But when you're doing it on a tablet, on a computer, then it's like, oh, I'm drawing this line, but it's appearing over here. It's not appearing where my hand is going. And then your brain has to like really adjust to that. And if you're used to drawing on pencil and paper, it's really hard. It can take like a good month of just practice to get that, have it be like second nature. But like trying to juggle that as you are actually like starting to learn how to draw sounds like a kind of a needless challenge. Like, I feel like you should really take it one step at a time and just start with pencil and paper, because ultimately like the path ends up to the same place. Like, styluses and haptic feedback simulate different brushes or surfaces. Whoa, I would be really curious to do that, but that also, like, I don't think that would work particularly well, just because like the thing is that I like, unless you're going for like that would be, I think that would only be useful in like a really niche situation where like I'm trying to emulate painting, I'm trying to emulate pencil and paper, I'm trying to emulate pen on notebook paper or something. When you're drawing digitally, it's such like its own thing that it's never like, oh, this would be so much easier if, you know, it felt like I was actually drawing on paper. Like, that would actually, I can only speak for myself, but I think it would actually be really distracting and like not just good. But that can totally vary from person to person. Like, pen has really helped me when I get plastic on plastic feel. It's super weird, but you get used to it. And I like you get used to everything in digital art. Like it always has like weird quirks, but the nib that I have in now is, I wonder if I can. Where's my anyone who has a tablet will know what this is, but I can at least show it. And well, so the nib that I have now has a little spring in, hold on, let me switch to OBS so I actually know what I'm doing. It should focus in if I don't think it's gonna manually focus. Anyways, here, let me just be the worst for a second and totally just crash the stream. Right. Camera control. Focus. Turn that off. Auto. Alright. So it has like a spring in it, and that spring basically emulates like more of a brush feel, they say. And I like this one best, but I don't think it's necessary. I just like it because it's kind of floaty, even though, and it does emulate like a brush feel, but I don't really care about that because I don't actually like painting traditionally. So yes, you are definitely the only person in the world who likes the Surface Pro's pen because it's garbage. I'm sorry. Like if it works for you, that's totally fine. But like I literally draw like 6 to 8 hours a day. That thing just sucks. Like the lag is unbearable, and one of the things that I can't stand about it is that, for one, it's imprecise, but then also like a right click is not like it is on a Wacom pen, where if I do this, that's just right click. It detects. But on the Surface, to right click, you have to hold the button and then tap. That's when you tap, that's the right click, and that's, I don't know why you would do that. That's crazy. I'd like a crazy person to sign that. Someone who does not do art thought that was a good idea. Yeah, it's the kind of thing that you totally like. Once you like it sucks, and it makes me feel like kind of elitist for being like, well, this really expensive device is so much better. But yeah, like once you use a Cintiq, like you realize just how kind of critical to sketching like latency is, and once you even have just a little bit, it makes like just like quick strokes just so hard to make. Also, Ian, turn that right click back on, because the most important shortcut in Photoshop is if you hold Alt and then right click while your brush is up, you get this thing. You drag it left to right to increase the size, and then up and down to increase the like hardness or opacity depending on the settings you have on your brush. That's basically that's honestly all I use right click for. Otherwise I don't use it. Is there a Cintiq that's also a laptop like a Surface? I feel way too attached to them. Yes, there is. It's called the Mobile Studio. It used to be called the Cintiq Companion, but they rebranded it because everybody hated the Companion. They renamed it to the Mobile Studio, and a new one is out, and it's like $3,000. It is it is 100% like it's just a 13-inch Cintiq with a laptop inside, but it's so my friend Paul Veer, he has one. He has a Cintiq Companion too, and he really likes it. I'd asked him a bunch about it because I was curious. Like before I had bought my Surface Pro 4, I was thinking about getting a companion. Or no, it was actually when I wanted to replace the Surface. I ended up going with a MacBook. But I was like, man, maybe like a companion would be the right thing to do here, because I need to do like serious work on this when I'm on the go. And he likes his a lot. His main complaints were that it can get really hot, that it's kind of loud, especially when you have Photoshop and stuff running, and then also that it's really heavy. And that was like kind of the deal breaker for me, because like the thing that I enjoyed about the Surface Pro so much was that it's super lightweight and just really easy to carry around, and the Cintiq 13-inch is already like heavy enough. Like when, like how he had described it to me, he was like, take your Cintiq and then just add a laptop into it. I was like, no, I don't want that. But even all of that aside, it's $3,000, like minimum. Like it goes up in price as you increase like the storage space on it and stuff. It's like all high-end Wacom products, it's obscenely priced. A Surface is the best balance, but like I really wouldn't recommend it to anyone who like does like professional art or something. Like I think there's a certain level of proficiency that you can hit that eventually that it just becomes useless because its downsides are too detrimental to like professional workflow. But also like that's like purely just my opinion. Like if it works for you, then that's awesome. And it honestly, it makes me mad to say that because everything else about the Surface is just so good. Like it's probably the best. Like if you're looking for a laptop, like I wouldn't even hesitate. Like just go and get one because it's as an actual laptop, it's amazing. Oh crap. Oh, well, fix that later. Alright, the last time I used the mobile Twitch app was when I was trying to watch like the International 4, I think, on my tablet. It was a bad time. It was a bad time. Oh, yes, this is Magisa from Grand Blue Fantasy. Also known as the Boob Witch. I mean, one of the Boob Witches. Now the one with the horns, you're probably thinking of. I mean, there's a couple ones with horns also. Shit. Probably thinking of Narmea. And there's like there's no one with a witch hat and horns. Because Danua has horns also. And she also definitely has boobs, but not Magisa or Narmaya boobs. There are too many good girls in Grand Blue. It's the worst. Oh shit, actually that reminds me. I haven't It's both actually. An anime just aired. I haven't watched it. Has anyone watched it? I would assume that you have, Erica. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm like, shit, I totally didn't do my polls today, and then it's in maintenance. So I've logged into Poe here and there, but it's like it's the official Pixiv instance, so it's like a nightmare to it's just so much. It's so much. Yeah, I don't know. I've been taking a lot of just like kind of personal time, and it's really hard to focus anywhere other than Twitter right now. And I'm like just barely paying attention to Twitter too. Like most of the time I have my home feed closed and just leave my private feed open because that's honestly all I care about. So I can't do an audio check on the stream. How loud is the music? I kind of fear just like dancing to complete, like I might actually be dancing to complete silence. Hopefully it's at a okay volume. Cool. This is to check the mix. No, I don't think. I mean, it might, and I might just not. So what I usually do is that I'll usually just I'll do a quick recording, and then just play the recording back with headphones or something, and check the mix that way. But there's no way to check it live, I don't think. Unless there is, in which case I definitely... Oh, what do you know? Audio monitoring. Audio monitoring. It says monitor off. So if I turn monitor only mute output. I would assume that's maybe the way to do it. I don't know, but OBS is, yeah. You need to hear. You usually need a USB device to hear the mix through, or something similar. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, what if I? So I might be able to monitor, but I might have to like set up a monitor or something. But whatever. Normally I do volume checks before I start the stream, but I just didn't this time because I got back from the post office like kind of like later than I wanted to, and I had some freelance stuff that I had to address really quickly, and then also eat because I was really hungry. Yeah, I don't know. There's an audio monitoring option. It probably just doesn't let you do anything like while the stream is live. Which I guess would make sense. Yeah, at some point, I don't know. I at least want to get like my initial skin tones done. I might start on like shadows after that. Well, yeah, at some point I'm just gonna do, I don't know, I'll peek requests in the chat and then do dumb doodles or something. It's kind of like last time, just nothing serious, but it was fun. Let me guess. Does the character in any way is the character in any way Perhaps a horned character from a free-to-play game that currently has a fucking battle pass that I have not put money into, and that I should. Also, it's not going to be anything for doodles. They're just requests. Well, they're going to be really shitty doodles, but now that I have donations set up, I actually would like to do like doodle sketch donation streams at some point. That'd be fun. Oh god, I will definitely need to look ref up, because I honestly can't remember anything about what Legion Commander looks like. I remember the helmet, that's it. I recognize that username. God damn it. Hi, Sue. Hi, anyone who just entered the stream and now has to see my dumb fucking Twitch alerts. You played the game at some point. What's your MMR? You want to laugh? The last time I played Dota 2, MMR was not a thing. I'm very, very, very content being in a place now where I can just observe that game from a distance. I just don't have the time to dedicate to it, and I don't have like I don't have a group of friends who play it on the regular who are also just starting. Like, I have a pretty good group of friends who I could, like, if I wanted to get like a 5-person party, it wouldn't be too tough. But they're all like 1,000 hours player, and at that point, like, matching into any game that they get matched in is just miserable. And then I also like hate, that's like not a fun experience for me, because I like, even though they don't care, like 100% they don't care, but I still feel like a burden, so it's just like, fuck that. So yeah, now I just keep up with like I keep up with patch notes and like the competitive scene, but that's it. Never gonna get tired of it. Just never gonna get tired of it. Oh, I know people who are like thousands, like wait, like yeah, like 2,600 hours in and still shit. That totally makes sense. I just mean 1,000 hours is like that tier of player. Like I could check their Steam profiles, but like the counts that I can like hit on the top of my head are like between 3,000 and 5,000. Like yeah. Also, yeah, that's true. MOBAs are dead, and everyone just plays PUBG now. That's the thing. There's also, Ian, I didn't know that you played Battlegrounds. We should play Battlegrounds. Let's play Battlegrounds. Not now, but let's play Battlegrounds at some point. I want to play. I want to play like a 4-person. No, I'm not calling it Plunkbat. Fucking Haley was trying to espouse this Plunkbat bullshit, and fuck that. That's not. You can't just randomly pick syllables out of a word and say that that's now the acronym for the game. It doesn't work that way. Also, it sounds stupid. Yeah, I want to play like a 4-person squad because that seems like the fucking coolest way to play that game. But I can never wrangle more than like 2 people at once. So. PUBG. So I almost got number 1 with Haley at one point. I almost got number 1 with Haley at one point. We were in a cornfield, like southeast of the map, and she had a ghillie suit because we had camped a supply drop, and dude, I did answer actually. Doodle's not gonna cost anything. I'm just taking requests. Yeah. So she had found a ghillie suit in a supply drop, and I had a Tommy gun, and that wasn't the match. I had a Tommy gun. That match I had a silenced SKS. And like we were just like fucking equipped. Like it was so set. And I was prone in the cornfield. We were like maybe 12 people left, and the circle could not have been more than like it could not have been more than like 100 feet wide. Like maybe a bit more than that, but it was really, really, really small. And Haley made the mistake of getting up and then just running to try and get cover behind a rock, and she immediately got taken out. And then I was left alone, and I was just there fucking prone in the ground watching everyone kill each other. And there were 3 people left, one person alone, and then 2 people in a team. And I saw the 2 people in a team. They were taking cover behind a rock, and I was still prone in the cornfield, and I snuck up behind them, and I was like, oh, this is it. I'm gonna take out both of them. And like a fucking idiot, I could have just thrown a grenade and they'd both have been dead, but like an idiot, I took my S18 shotgun out and shot one of them, and instead of downing the first player and then going to down the second one, I stupidly thought I'm going to down the first player and then kill him, completely ignoring that his teammate was right next to him. And then it was like a heat of the moment thing, and he took me out immediately, and I died. And we got like, yeah, like number 3 with like fucking like 3 people left or whatever. It was goddamn infuriating. Man, that game. So good though. Okay. I should actually probably draw icing because it's kind of creeping me out. So, like, now that I'm getting into actual shadows for the skin, I kind of need references to where her eyes are going to be. Yeah, when you're playing like duo or party groups, party matches, your actual ranking in the game is a group rank. Which like makes sense, but is also kind of weird because then like a group of 1 player left could technically rank higher than a group of multiple people. I saw legs walk past in the webcam. But yeah, it's weird that like you can technically score higher as 1 person left standing. Oh, now you're just here. I assume it's not for me to drink.
No.
Okay. I don't know where there's place for it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you end up winning it with as doing a pacifist run. That's crazy. Like, I've gotten into, like, the top 5 doing pacifist runs, but... Like, do you just let everyone else kill? Like, how does the last person, like, die? That's what I want to know. And out heal them. Oh, really? I didn't know. That's fucked. I need this rough back because I need her eye color. What else is helpful? Let's just go with brown. Is that a Lego box in the background? Where, like, there? That's the box on the bottom is like a antique typewriter. I think? That was in that box? What? The typewriter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then it's the Persona 5 Collector's Edition that I was using as a stand for a while. Alright, let me just do a quick check on my skin tones and see if they're okay, and then the next one, this actually this one should be, should it not? No, that's way too light. Okay, this should be my next one, which might actually not be dark enough. Probably do a little bit darker than that. I think that might be good. think I might. No, actually, I should probably make it warmer now that I think about it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. This is not. Color lookup, I guess. Just like doing really quick adjustments to my palette, sorry. Okay. That. Toss that in here. Actually, maybe darken that some. And actually start doing shadows. Okay, I think I can stop. Ugh. Here. For now. Oh. As I stretch my legs. Whew. Let's save that. And now I have a new canvas, and y'all can just fucking throw whatever at me. You got auto-modded. That's weird. I usually see a notification for that and did not. It'll usually pop up in the chat and say like, hey, this message was withheld for saying boob witch. Really? Oh, weird. Show messages caught by automod was unchecked. There we go. Allow. Allow. I know it's now it's posting all those automated things. Like, okay, so Legion Commander. Let me actually Google this. Yeah, the wings and the helmet are like the only thing I remember. Yeah. Okay. I think I got this. Oh, that's a different outfit than what I'm seeing. Is that like a specific set or something? Also, no, it's not. I mean, you can donate if you want. I will definitely not stop you. But this is just like it's just gonna be like really quick, like black and white doodles. So it doesn't matter. You're not putting a ton of like time into these or anything. Like Muse style like donation drawings and stuff. I'll save that for an actual donation stream right now. I just want to like mess about. Whoa, my screen just flickered. That was not cool. Sick nose ring. Yeah. This is making me realize that, or like as I'm like trying to sketch this out in my head, it's making me realize that I'm actually like really bad at drawing helmets on people, and it's something I should definitely improve upon. But the perspective on it is tough. My very first job in the games industry, I had to draw like a ton of like armor and fucking like sci-fi knights and stuff, and it was just drawing their helmets on was so hard. There's just something about my brain that I can't like process it correctly. I don't know. like people doing work for free. If it's gonna be lower effort than music, I gotta account for that too. Like I said, just whatever. I don't care. So you should save your money for when it's an actual like donation stream, or donate if you want to see the fucking stupid ass donation animation again. Which, hey, if you just joined the stream or joined the stream before you could see them, I have Twitch alerts set up for follows and donations because I'm stupid and I really like just stupid shit. I was working on them last night and like I couldn't stop laughing at myself just because sometimes I'm really good at outdoing myself like that, I guess. How's the new tablet treating you? I love it. It's the best. Oh god, it's a Danica link, so clearly this is dangerous. Yeah, it's... Yep. Yep. I miss Danica so much. Oh, there it is. Oh, you did put a donation message, so it didn't. The awful Japanese text to speech didn't read it. Oh, god damn it. Well, see, now you donated money, so now I have to put like more effort into this. So let's actually get serious. How does our talent work sideways? God, I love the song so much, and it's just reminding me of when I went to see them play live. God, what a fucking show that was. Holy shit. Like, it's just super, super good. It's like... Every show that I've been to has always been like a kind of like production in some way, like giant screens and fucking animations in the background, and that's cool. And I like, obviously I love it, but that show, like the Injuna Beats show, managed to be like one of the most compelling things I've ever seen, despite there being no screens at all, nothing. There's just like a couple lights, and they literally had just like a blank black booth on the stage with just fucking like DJ equipment, and that was it. It was literally it, and it was still just like so captivating. God, what a fucking amazing show. It wasn't like total fucking garbage hands. Duh. Split that anecdotes on there. Nope. Actually, let me. Okay. Hands are hard. Hands are really hard. Like years and years later, there's still just the one thing I like kind of just basically always need ref for, and it sucks. Wish I didn't. I'd still look at my hand for reference. Believe me, that's not a thing that ever goes away. I should be doing this on a new layer, and I'm not, because I'm dumb. That's amazing. It's amazing, and also like in no way surprising that like he would do that. Here, let's just go with the same outfit. We might as well, right? medium size. I honestly, I mean, compared to our actual model, it's pretty large, but you know. Nope, wrong end. Go me. Oh god, there's so much more to that. Here, check this out. Boom. Actually, it's getting pretty close to dinner time, so I might call it after this. also, I don't know why, but I just got like super tired all of a sudden. Maybe because I haven't really eaten anything today, but... I think how fast I could make those, because I'm actually getting really hungry, and also I have like a thing to go to tonight that I don't know when I should be leaving for. Let's see. The thing is that I didn't actually draw any of this with thighs in mind, but you'll have to forgive me if the rest of this is like super sketchy. happen. don't know if this is gonna work as well as I want it to. That's not bad. Cool. So this is gonna crash, isn't it? Alright, well, I'm gonna save this out, and then I'll post it on Twitter, I guess? How big is this, actually? This is... It's not too big, the full size is... How about that? I'll DM it to you. And then also post it on Twitter. And now I'm gonna go eat, because I feel like I'm falling asleep, because I haven't eaten in forever, so... I'm gonna go do that. Thank you for watching, everyone. Good first weekly stream, I guess. Oh wow! I can repeat alerts. Hold on. Is this? Why would it give me the power to repeat an alert? I can just keep doing this for as long as I want. This is amazing. It hangs kind of long if there's no text to speech. Oh, there we go. Wait for it. It tried. It tried. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'd see you next week, I guess. Or if I don't, I might do another stream this week. I don't know. I want to play some games at some point, so see if that doesn't happen. But yeah, if it doesn't, see you next week. Thank you for watching.